Labour's Environment Secretary Steve Reed just got a brutal reality check from furious farmers at the National Farmers Union NFU conference. As he took the stage, the atmosphere was tense. Delegates greeted him with stony silence rather than applause. NFU President Tom Bradshaw introduced Reed, but the mood in the room was clear. Labour's latest policy decision has sparked outrage in the farming community. At the heart of the backlash, Labour's controversial plan to scrap the inheritance tax exemption for farmers, a move that many say will cripple family-run farms and push them to the brink. Farmers aren't staying silent, and Reed was forced to face their anger head-on. In today's video, we will watch the moment he is confronted by furious farmers. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Labour t-shirts available on our website. You can check the link in the description or go to britishstand.com. Ahead of the Steve Reed taking to the stage, NFU President Tom Bradshaw takes aim at Labour's unbearable and unacceptable inheritance tax rate during the union's conference in London. Have a watch.
Taken away because often the landlord is better off taking that land back in hand. I worry about former tenant farmers too, people who have scraped everything together, risked it all to finally buy their farm. Now they face a tax bill they cannot pay. I worry about the next generation, like Henry, whose entire future in the industry is now in question. But most of all, I fear for the elderly farmers. I think of the grandson who wrote to me about his 94-year-old grandfather. This isn't just money. This is blood, sweat, and tears. The farm was their life's work. But as they've grown older, the farm has also become their pension, because that's what they were told to do. On the 30th of October, that all changed, with no warning. And the mental health pressures on our industry today are unbearable and unacceptable. As difficult as this is for me to say and you to hear, many older farmers are now facing that very real dilemma that unless they die before April 2026, their families will face a family farm tax bill they simply cannot afford to pay. What a cruel position to put elderly people in, by no way of warning, by way of a broken promise. Government, you must correct this urgently.
Steve Reed finally was forced to speak to farmers following, avoiding them, and not attending debates with regard to them. Here is the moment furious farmers confronted him.
I can't give the answer I know many of you want on inheritance tax, but I want you to know that I understand the strength of feeling in the room and in the sector. We can see an example of that right in front of me now. And I am sorry it's a decision that we've had to take. Like I said, I'm always going to turn up to have the conversation with you. There's an opportunity to ask questions afterwards, and it might be better.
What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In some other news, a section of a building in Dundee collapsed following an explosion on Wednesday. The explosion occurred at the electrical substation located across from the back entrance of the Overgate shopping centre, with reports of debris everywhere. Witnesses described hearing a loud bang followed by flames and smoke emanating from the scene. Emergency services quickly responded, sealing off the area. Thankfully, no injuries have been reported. Fire crews remain on site as the situation is assessed. Malcolm Angus, the centre manager at Overgate, explained, "At approximately 11 a.m. today, the SSN substation at the rear of Overgate malfunctioned, causing an explosion. Emergency services are on site, and there have been no injuries to the public. SSN is investigating the cause of the incident." He confirmed that the shopping centre remained open, though traffic restrictions were in place at the rear. A worker near the scene described the moment the explosion occurred. "There was an almighty bang, then a huge amount of smoke, and the wall collapsed." Another witness, visibly shaken, shared, We were walking out of the shopping centre when we heard a loud bang, and then the wall just fell down. We saw flame, smoke, and felt the heat from the explosion. It was terrifying and we were in shock. A third person added, "Emergency services have blocked off an area at the rear of the centre. At least 6 police cars and 2 fire engines are here. The building across from the North Lindsay Street exit has collapsed and there's debris everywhere." Nearby businesses also reported a brief power outage during the incident. An SSN spokesperson commented, "We are responding to an incident at a substation next to Overgate Shopping Centre where significant equipment failure occurred. The network was automatically disconnected to ensure safety, and teams are working with the relevant authorities. An urgent investigation into the cause is underway." In other news, electric car drivers face rising costs as Ofgem increases the energy price cap by 6.4% from April 1st. Charging rates will jump from 24.86 pence to 27.06 pence per kilowatt hour, raising the cost of fully charging a typical 60 kilowatt hour electric vehicle from £14.90 to £16.20. Plug-in hybrid drivers will also see prices rise from £3.48 to £3.78 per charge, with the energy price cap reaching £1,849 per year for households. Carmula CEO Aidan Rushby warns that EV owners will feel the strain. A survey found nearly a third of Britons hesitate to switch to EVs due to high energy costs, a number expected to rise. And lastly, Meghan Markle's plans to expand her brand into clothing were recently thwarted after her trademark request was rejected, sparking concerns over potential confusion with a Chinese company. Her team had sought approval for the name As Ever to sell aprons, but the application was denied. However, instead of retreating, Meghan pivoted her focus to dried food products. The name change to As Ever has sparked a fresh burst of energy for her entrepreneurial journey, with exciting prospects on the horizon. The trademark now covers a diverse range of products, including gardening tools, recipe books, jewelry, and stationery. In addition, the application extends to digital content such as podcasts, audiobooks, films, newsletters, and TV shows that center on themes of self-care, culture, and women's empowerment. Meghan's upcoming cooking show will give fans a glimpse of her in the kitchen, where she will prepare dishes while inviting celebrity guests, offering little tips and tricks to elevate everyday life. The trademark saga has been an evolving story. After the rejection of her American Riviera Orchard ARO brand, which debuted with limited edition strawberry jam, Meghan's team dusted off the As Ever concept, submitting a new trademark application in September. Her rebrand was announced in a heartfelt Instagram video, marking a return to her passions and setting the stage for an exciting chapter in her entrepreneurial journey. So, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments. That brings us to the end of today's video. Hit the like and subscribe button for more British content. Oh, and don't forget to get your t-shirts at BritishStand.com. Link is in the description.